And yes, we have with us the Load King himself, Derek. Thank you for joining us.
No, thanks for having me again, guys. Appreciate it.
Man, it's still, I laugh the fact that we sell these pills, like it's become one of those things that like when I meet someone for the first time and I'm with friends who know what I do for a living, they're like, Taylor, tell them about the cum pills you sell. And I'm like, I'm talking to this person for the first time ever. And I'll be like, I'm a bit of a magnate in the jizz biz. Do look it up. And then it's just a hilarious thing you've turned us on to. So thank you for that.
No, yeah, thanks for the idea. Like, I don't even remember it's been a while, so I actually don't remember how the first conversation came about.
I remember exactly. I was embarrassed to send the message to you because it's such an embarrassing. I was like, I think I typed it out like 5 times. It was like, I think there'd be any interest in a product that makes people, and I didn't even know what I was like. Do I say cum? Make people ejaculate more. And it was so funny. Like, you took a while with your response, but y'all don't know, but Derek sends these voice notes back, and you sent like 5 minutes of, yeah, absolutely. I know some guys who are into that scene as well. They probably got some thoughts. I can pick their brains on it. And I'm thinking this chemical and that chemical in the right quantities, we're going to see some real improvement. It's just like, I loved how quick you were on the case and like had thoughts and data on it. It was great.
No, it's like, it's not a well-known type of product, but I guess in the like male self-improvement space, it's something we've all looked up at least once and are like aware of, I suppose. So
for sure,
yeah, man, it was couldn't have been better alignment on that, I think, and it's been well received. Everyone loves it, and a lot more demand than I thought there would be for something like this, actually.
I know, right? It's so fun.
People love coming hard. So tell us about what the new formula is and how. I know there's fewer capsules now.
Yeah. So the primary thing I didn't like about the previous iteration was the odd number of capsules you had to take. So even though it was already like a lot to ask to get people to take 9 a day, but then to ask them to take 5 in the morning and 4 at night, it was just such a weird dosing protocol. Mm-hmm. And then also it has to be accompanied by a fat-containing meal. Like, there were so many specifications around its use that it was a little bit of a barrier to entry, I would say, because I don't know about you guys and how many supplements you're taking nowadays, but I know for me, I have a pill container and I only have so much room in it. And once you start to get to a point where you have to remember to take extra stuff than can fit in like your typical daily routine, it's kind of just like, fuck it, I'm not going to take any more things. So I always wanted to get the dose at least down to 8 so we could be like 4 and 4. But as I started to explore it more over the past couple of years, I had seen that not only was there a way to avoid having to take it with a fat containing meal, which was like a big barrier, but then also being able to refine it into a 6 capsule total dose and then have a way more approachable like 3 a.m., 3 p.m. split. I was like, okay, we got to look at what this would look like. And also something that came about was my realization that people were probably going to be on this almost as if it's a daily multivitamin. Mm-hmm. And taking something with that high of a concentration of vitamin E, selenium, long-term, I would not be confident in telling somebody for the rest of your life you could take that high of a dose of those things. So taking that a step back gave us some room to be able to lower the actual number of capsules a bit, and then also raise the sunflower lecithin, which is like the base of the formula, essentially. So summing it all up, we were able to actually get the formula down to something that's more refined, sustainable for daily use, and also has a bit higher of a dose of the base of the formula that actually enhances semen volume. So
yeah.
And then also just like being able to take it without having to worry about it being with a meal every single time. I would still advise people do that for max absorption, but it's not a necessity like it was with the previous iteration. So now the bottle is 180 caps versus 270, and way more approachable of a protocol, in my opinion, just for like ease of use in itself, let alone the formula quality. So that's kind of a summation of it. And I think it's overall a huge net benefit, and more people will be actually willing to use it now than before. So
I hope so.
I'm just psyched.
It seems like all good changes.
super physiological loads once more. Let's get going.
Oh,
That's true. We were out for a while.
Yeah, I was coming like a normal person. That doesn't fit with my ego.
I've been holding up an empty bottle
humiliating.
during ad reads for 6 months.
Yeah,
My wife was like, "Did I do something wrong? What's with this?"
You almost left him. It was close.
Yeah, it was a problem.
Yeah, I felt bad how long it was taking to get this thing figured out, but this delivery system, the Lightcap's patented delivery system, is a lot more complicated to work than I had anticipated. But it's, I don't even know of another formula that exists that not only is it rare to find a formula that's like for loads, but then one that is structured in this way where you don't have to take like a soft gel sunflower product separately and then stack it on top of the powder dry like Pygium ingredients and whatnot. Something that's just like cumulatively all in one that still absorbs properly. It was kind of like new territory, so it took a lot longer than I hoped, but now we have it figured out and hopefully never out of stock again. And I don't know if you guys want to talk about it at all or how much we could talk about publicly, but potentially retail on the horizon as well.
We can talk as much about it as you're comfortable with.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I think that'd be really cool. We've been talking about that for a while because I'll go into like a sex store to get my odds and ends, party hats and such, and my Galaxy gas, gotta see gas stuff.
Otherwise, she might say no.
Get your
That's our next product. Let's sell Galaxy gas to people.
Let's get it. Dude. We need to talk about Galaxy gas later, but I'll notice there's all sorts of nonsense pills and products behind the counter, and I'm like, my product works.
Yeah,
They should be selling my pills up there, my cummies.
yeah. Some fucking rhino pill bullshit behind the counter.
Oh, I'm judgy as shit when I see those ads online or I see them in like gas stations where it's like, increase how much you jizz. And it's like one pill every 3 days. These hucksters, these absolute criminals.
I was wondering, I've never looked into it, but ad placement costs on like Pornhub, for example. You know how pretty much everything you see on the sidebar is a scam?
Yeah.
It's just like obscene claims, grow your dick 3 inches.
Hot grannies near you.
Yeah, those women
but
don't
Kyle,
really like me.
Kyle, here's the catch. You have to fuck them.
Don't do this unless you are committing to fucking a hot granny near you tonight. Well, I don't know if I have enough time. All right, we'll come back tomorrow.
What's wild about those two is it must be successful or else they wouldn't continue spending money on those
People are
ads.
clicking through.
Yeah.
I mean, don't judge.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe we
Clicking
can.
through.
I have
But to your point, like I don't even know if I would want to run ads of our product alongside all that horse shit because then it would lower our perceived efficacy.
Hey, you dilute the perceived
I
No,
quality.
I'm okay with that. I'm like, you let a broader audience know about our cummy pill.
Do you know what I was
mentioned the
thinking
rhino
about
pills?
too? Like you guys do ad reads in the middle of the podcast. Hypothetically, just shove an ad read in a porn video.
Just
For
us,
like-
just us bringing them. Hey, you got your hands full right now, but hear me out.
No, you have like the
Jackie,
chick.
this is a big ask, but can we do an ad read in the middle of the set?
Dude, I feel like for the right money, like there'd be a lot of chicks or couples on Pornhub or whatever.
Some guy's jacking off, and then it's me laying like this on a bearskin rug, naked. Like, hey, sorry to interrupt.
Your genitals are covered by an enormous.
Tell me
bottle
the
of lotion.
person wouldn't watch it and be
Where
like,
does the
I've never seen
bearskin
something like this.
end and
Bubba.
Taylor begin.
That would be so funny.
You better make it a polar bear so we can see you.
I'd start getting like weird looks in public from people who didn't want to admit. They'd be like, "That's a fucking bearskin rug comeback."
I would love that reality.
That guy's a hidden celebrity. But,
Are you Captain Cummies? I've been watching your ads online. They're great.
I'm on like the Old Spice, but ahoy sailors, like, ahoy seamen.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that'd be fun.
I feel like that stuff would crush just by how like odd it is though too.
Dude,
for sure.
It would be so funny.
It would be fucking hilarious. I'd have to get in great shape. That'd be a good motivator. I'd be like, I'm not gonna let people see my fat belly. I want to get back to the retail talk about lock and load. What can we really say about that?
Well, what I can say is since we talked last, Gorilla Mine has expanded quite a bit to where we're one of the top brands in the vitamin shop in GNC now, which is exciting because it gives us the opportunity to just be like, hey, here's a new formula we think you guys would dig. Put it on your shelf. And they, most of the time are into it because it's something new and exciting. So in their sexual health category, we have a product called Sigma, which is a testosterone booster. And in the vitamin shop, it's the best-selling testosterone booster by quite a bit. And they've been asking, make something else that's like, adjacent to it. And personally, I'm not one to make a fluff version of another product that does the same thing. Like often you'll see these companies will make, there's this one ridiculous company that would compete against, I think they're called Nugenics, and they have like the same test booster like 5 different times. It's like Nugenics Hardcore, Nugenics Thermo, Nugenics whatever, black version. It's like, this is all the same shit essentially. But to people who are unaware, they just eat it up and think, I got to get this one or I got to get this one because this is the fat burner test booster or whatever. So we're not going to do that. So what is the natural next actual complementary thing to Sigma? Lock and load. It's like a totally additive, not overlapping really to any significant degree product. Some of the vitamins overlap a bit, but ultimately like it's for semen volume more than anything. Whereas the other product is, so
there is someone's like, hard for it.
I think that's the 1-2 punch that would crush on shelves. And I just don't know how receptive some like the bigger chains are. Like we're in Walmart too. We'll probably pitch it to them if it does well. But yeah, I'm thinking in the short term, GNC and the vitamin shop, I think cumulatively it's like a couple thousand stores probably nationwide. I think they'd be into it. And yeah, we'll see how that goes if they are into it.
I hope we don't have to take the cum shots off the bottle. That's my biggest concern, Taylor.
Yeah, we got to draw a hard line somewhere.
If we have to choose between some sort of cum business and, our integrity, the integrity of having the cum stains in the bottle, I think I know where you stand.
Yes, the money.
No, Taylor, no.
when I was battling hard in our group chat for the cum splatters, I'm like, this is going to be a one-off. Like it'll sell really well for 3 days, and then that'll be the end of the jizz biz. So we better make it funny and also make sure it works, obviously, so people would like it. Like I don't think any of us pictured that we'd be like, oh yeah, have you heard of GNC in the vitamin shop? Yeah, the largest retail distributors of supplements globally. Yeah, I think they're going to put our cum pills in. That's awesome. So I if we could get into Walmart with these, we would have to remove the cum splatters. For that, we'd have to have a special run for them. Maybe not. Hopefully not.
You never know, man. Like
come up with another name for what they are. Just make something up. Those are bullseyes.
They would like it. I don't know. Man, I don't know much about the distribution process when it comes to Vitamin Shop and GNC, but like what's the kind of the turn like on the other product, the Sigma, like kind of pieces per store per week?
That I would have to get you guys the numbers on after the show probably, but it's been good. Like I think in general, if I was to look at what we do online versus in the store, it's probably like the same numbers online as in store, so it could like double the output potentially.
That's excellent.
So I think in general it like sets a precedent too for like, here is data showing we have a highly successful product in specialty stores like the Vitamin Shop and GNC. Would you guys be willing to go outside the scope of your typical product to feature this because we think it'll crush to Walmart or like wherever? And if they have test boosters at one time, that was probably seen as like a weird product or whatever. So,
I don't know.
I remember buying T-Bomb 2 in like 2001 and thinking I had scored steroids and being so psyched and taking so much of it, my piss turned green.
Dude, back then it probably did have steroids.
There was we did get real sweaty and angry.
I mean, well, I'm just stuck on the retail. Walmart does have a sex section. In their pharmacy area. And so like it's not like Walmart of 20 years ago where that was like a hidden tucked away little corner in the
Walmart sells vibrators now. They've got I think that's their most edgy thing is that like if you go to where the condoms and lube are, they've got those. I don't know which, maybe Trojan like made their own vibrator and snuck it into their products, which is like a genius idea.
But here's the thing, we wouldn't want to be in the sex toy section. We'd want to be in the pharmaceutical section. Perceived efficacy is very important.
Well, yeah, I want to be right next to aspirin, not next to lubricant, Taylor. Of course, that makes more sense.
No, not next to aspirin, in the sexual health section of the pharmacy.
Oh, wow.
They call the departments apparently personal care and health and medicine are the two that you would find.
How sanitized.
Vibrators is.
That's where you get the vibrators. That's where horny ladies are going and jacking it.
Well,
This
yeah.
would be awesome.
Huh. They have Manscaped now in Walmart. That's interesting.
Manscaped.
Yeah. Some of these like influencer type products are like going mainstream. It's cool to see.
Yeah. Dollar Shave Club really fell off. I feel like I don't see them anywhere anymore. Now it's
I always wonder if it's like when acquisitions happen, if they are actually so successful they just don't need to promote on podcasts anymore, or if it's like they're actually falling off. Because
Right.
at least
Was that a catch and kill acquisition? Maybe like Gillette bought them, right?
I don't know. That could be the case too. Maybe.
I think Woody is right. I don't think he's remembering. Yeah, it could have been a catch and kill thing.
Don't you hate that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just run the competition out and keep your prices high.
I like it when the UFC does it though.
Interestingly enough, I asked it. I forget what I asked it exactly. It was something about No Nut November on Lock and Load, and it basically said it would be hilarious to take the product and try and complete it. And it was like suggesting as a challenge that we issue to people.
That we issue a No Nut November challenge.
I'll do that. We'll have someone's testicles explode on us, and then we're liable for testicle replacement. And
I mean, I don't like that idea from ChatGPT.
And we put
our bust
all that
formula,
paperwork,
our proprietary bust system. Like, we want you to enjoy it.
What if how mad would you be if someone's testicles exploded and then we were like, Taylor, it was actually just your name on the product. You're the one who they're suing.
I go to jail.
You have to, like we don't show up in court at all. It's just you. Like you're just like, how did I get here?
Wait, why are you sending me to the same prison in Alabama you sent him to? And it's like, it's the co-host clause of the podcast.
Yeah, they put you in that. They put you in that P. Diddy prison.